Here we are. Where else can we be? We've never not been anywhere other than here, right? And so there's this moment in the life, the history of the mind, right? Only the mind has a history. Only the mind that puts things in boxes and categories, that kind of mind, what we call the thinking, cogitating mind. It has a history. In the history of this mind, there seems to be a moment that has come for some of us. We don't know why. It's not anything that we have done. But suddenly we realize this is a dream. It's not real. It's an appearance. It comes and it goes. And it's already gone in that way of thinking. That what we're seeing is just the unfolding of a story that is made up. A dream. It's as real as a dream. And of course it feels real because that's the whole point of a dream. If you dream a dream and you know it's not real, then it's not a dream anymore. And that's exactly where we are, isn't it? We know that it's a dream and yet we're still dreaming. So we're lucid in that way, in the dream, right? There's the analogy of when you sleep at night and you realize in the dream that you're dreaming. And then there's a certain set of possibilities that you have available to you. You can fly, you can swim underwater, you can walk through walls, those kinds of things. Sensations and experiences. You can listen to beautiful music. You can look at a tree and it will be the most beautiful tree you've ever seen. That kind of thing, that when you realize the theater of mind, when you realize it's a dream, what remains is the art of playing in the mind and with the mind, right? It's when you don't take it that serious anymore. You see that there is what James Cars called an infinite game. And the mind is playing a series of finite games. And there's a way in which you can live life from that perspective. And you can experience the dream, therefore, in this deeper, more vivid, more meaningful way. It's not that you trivialize it. It's not that you think it's a joke, like a cynical joke. It might be a cosmic joke, yes. But then, let's be clear, a cosmic joke. I mean, at the level of cosmos. Which is to say that there are things in it that don't look like a joke at all. There's an amount of suffering and an amount of pain and an amount of heartache and an amount of cruelty here that never looks like a joke. But in the cosmic sense, it is. And to know that gives a different quality to life. It is, again, not to trivialize what we suffer. It's to enrich it. It's to give it context. And the ultimate context is, beyond the joke, there's the idea of love, right? That we're held, that love is the architect, love is the author of this story, this dream. And it's not, clearly, it's not a mushy kind of love. It's not a sentimental love. It's not the kind of love that we have for people around us, which is really feelings of affiliation and warmth and gratitude. It mirrors this love, but it is really not, because it's relational and it's conditional. It always is. There's always a measure of I love you because, in those things. This love is love that precedes all of that. And it is the kind of love that can hold all of the joy and the sorrow in the world. Because it's the author of both. It is the one who can ultimately explain suffering and pain and heartache and cruelty. But not to the dreamer in the dream. You see, the dreamer in the dream is lost in the appearance of things and is fixated on a certain kind of outcome that it wants. It is aligned around desire, and being so aligned around desire, it has a biased view, and that's okay. It is the way the dream goes. For there to be sorrow, there must be joy. For there to be joy, there must be sorrow in this dream. That's how it is. But when we talk about these things, it sounds like we trivialize it, but we don't. We're actually just speaking of it as it is. And there's a certain depth and a quality that comes to it as a result. Right? So here we are, you could say, in the art of living life in the deepest, fullest way possible, which is to say, in this dream that we're awake in, to make space and have space and hold space, to use that trite term, for all of the joy, but also all of the sorrow, for all the suffering and all of the happiness. And the yoga is to hold it and not to make stories of it, because the story takes you down a path of conclusions. The magic is that there's no conclusion, that all is here, always here, possible, all is here, and it's beyond ecstasy. Ecstasy comes and goes too. It's beyond happiness, it comes and goes too. It's even beyond the sensation of peace, because that also is just an experience. You see, that's what we're circling and orbiting and loving. And it's one of the best ways to know this, to feel it, is just by breathing. A beautiful in-breath and a beautiful out-breath. Just a fully relaxed, uncomplicated, unrehearsed breath. And there you have it.